Hey, YT World, this your girl, La Kiki, Miss D. C. That is, and I'm coming straight at you with this new Netflix, The Circle, and this is episode 3. So I think I'm about to dive right into it. It's notes for days. You don't believe me? Look, like literally, 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 literally. That. It's notes for days. That's why I'm just trying to let you know. Like, oh my God, I really thought I was gonna get through episodes 3 and 4 today. By this time, I'm like, God dang, like I'm literally, this is, especially with a almost 2-year-old 1 month away, racking my goddamn nerves, and this dad out cutting hair and crap all night. Let me stop ranting. But anyway, it was hard just to get all these notes off with all that happening. So I'm gonna try to get this video out here at least, whatever time it gets out here by tonight, or tomorrow early morning or whatever, and try to go into episode 4 because I think it left us off with a little cliffhanger. So before we get into this, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Like, if you're watching this long, you might as well subscribe, because you're gonna come back and keep visiting my channel just to see what I'm talking about. So, and I talk about a lot, so get into it. This one is called There's a Catfish Among Us. So we leave off with pretty much Miranda spying on the circle, and pretty much the players acting like they don't care because they were told that she's going to pick someone for the after party and whatever. And we're like, yeah, I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. It ain't gonna bother me if she don't pick me. Yeah, they sweating like shit. Like, you want to be a part of it like shit. So yeah, pretty much Miranda pretty much sent a gift to Mercedes. So you obviously know that's the person she's going to choose, because what did I think she said? What did I say she was going to choose? I think I said Antonio, because she could easily hit up Sammy and Mercedes in the private chat or whatever. But it was always between those two, because she was actually feeling Mercedes a lot and said she can talk to her. So she sends her a gift, a black box gift that was right out her apartment door. And inside it was a chilled glass of wine and a bottle of Prosecco. So I was like, oh, that's cute. And Mercedes felt the same way. That was classy or whatever. Miranda starts the chat with Rebecca, aka I'm sorry, I said Rebecca aka Karen, but I meant to say Mercedes aka Karen. And Mercedes asks, why me? And Miranda says pretty much she enjoyed her honesty and then thought she can talk to her. But you forgot to mention that you thought she was cute as shit as well. So we're gonna leave it at that. Miranda says she's beautiful as well. So yeah, I mean, at least you said that out loud, but you said a little bit deeper things or whatever, but I guess you want to keep it settled. Moving on, because it's a lot. They both pretty much start flirting back and forth with each other. It looked like they was on some kind of female version of Grindr, the way that Miranda was like throwing them things hard out there for Mercedes to pick up like shit. And it was starting to become uncomfortable. Like, what am I watching? Am I watching like Bad Girls Club, version when they all loving each other in the club before they start fighting each other, like that's, I don't know what I was watching, but I was just like, okay, all right. And they started complimenting each other's profile pictures and things like that. Miranda gets her little ego boosted up. Mercedes get her ego boosted up. She like, that's what I really wanted to hear from Miranda. Because Miranda ends up cutting the chat short, still with the beer in her hand. Like, she had 2 hands on the bed, like it was going somewhere or something. Talking about something, she's going to sleep now. Like, she's going to spend her first night in the circle, getting some shut eye. Okay, after you drink that whole beer first. And then pretty much everybody wakes up the next day to see all 8 profiles, which reveals Miranda's profile. And in the same unison, the way the editing was made or whatever, they all asked for Miranda's profile in unison. I was like, oh, that's cute. I like the way they did it like that. That's cool. The circle, please bring up Miranda's profile. Like, see, I would have been the slowest one. Like, shit. But the circle. How many followers I got today? I'd have been asking for everything else before I'd be like, all right, put that whole profile up. They'd be like, excuse me, the hoe is not in the circle. That joint, you know that joint? The joint is not in the circle, man. White catfish, bring her up. White catfish? There are catfishes, but I don't know if they're white catfishes. You will have to find out yourself. Like, if you don't bring Miranda's goddamn picture up, that's how I'll be talking to the circle, voice activated. I'd be saying anything to Siri anyway. Jump it back on because I always rant about anything. Pretty much, they were liking her profile. They liked her pictures and stuff. Pretty much Shuby said he gonna have to save Joey from her because he think that she's gonna be the trap queen to Joey's thirst. That's what she's gonna be, and he's absolutely right. But why do you gotta be somebody's hero? You know, but okay. Desperate for friends much? Also, they noticed that the check marks on Antonio's and Sammy's profile are gone. No more influencers. So they're happy about that. Miranda private chats to Antonio afterwards for breakfast tips on how to pooch an egg. But he didn't know. Talk about something, just break an egg, crack an egg, put it in the fry, put it in the pan, put some salt, put some pepper on that, scramble that joint, add cheese. Nobody want no scrambled eggs and cheese. We said how to pooch a goddamn egg. I know from looking at a little bit of, a lot bit of UK reality shows and stuff, and definitely Love Island. All they do every morning is pooch your egg or pooch your egg for their little dates and stuff. Like, how do you pooch your egg? I want to impress her with my cooking skills. And they be asking each other how to do it. I know you bring the pot to a full broil, and it has to be fully broiled, like runneth over with flow of broil. And then you crack the egg and let the egg go right inside the broil. You could put your little salt, peppers, whatever inside while that's happening or whatever. Once the egg is fully like pooched, then you scoop it up and flip it. And once you flip it, then let the other side pretty much cook on its own and lift it out the thing and place it on the plate. I mean, I don't think it's that hard. That's a pooch egg, you guys. But correct me if I'm wrong, if it's any other style technique to it, but I don't think, you could YouTube that and be like, oh, dang, all this time it was a pooch egg. But all right. Antonio flirts with Miranda and she takes the bait pretty much. He's buttering her biscuits and she likes it because she thinks he's fuckable for real. That's what she thinks. And Antonio asked her about last night. And Miranda actually reveals that she talked to Mercedes. You playing your cards a little bit too fast, you girl, But it's cool. I mean, I guess you got to come in gaining a little bit of trust because you only got a short period of time for them fools to like you because you don't know what your situation may be. So I guess she reveals that she wanted to talk to him first, but she wanted to get to know the ladies. She wanted to talk to him as well, but she wanted to get to know the ladies first. And he's like, respect, or whatever. And then Antonio's just pretty much feeling him his damn self being all cocky again, talk about something. I think I got her. Like one conversation, dude, and you think you got somebody. Where you get them at? All right. To the end of this video, you realize what I'm saying that for. You can't be so sure in this game. Miranda asked him who is his favorite. He says no one. Lies, you tell. Everybody your goddamn favorite. I mean, we're going to start with Mercedes. That was supposed to be number 1, but we're going to flip that over to Shuby's, aka Shubham. That was supposed to be your number 1. And I think you got Rebecca and Sammy. But we're going to say lies to that bull. So, she still thinks pretty much it's Mercedes is her number one, but in need of a backup person, she will think about Antonio on the back end. Chris private chats with Joey while he's on the rooftop in the jacuzzi. I'm like, ooh, that's where I would have been the whole time. Like, I'm not going to be in an apartment. I'm going to be out in the jacuzzi, like out and about in the world, because I get cramped too fast to just be sitting in that joint for days and be like, okay, chest, no nothing, like Connect Four alone, like alone by myself at Applebee's. Like, I don't understand. But they both pretty much, this is like the day of the episode of flirting back in all the chats, like everybody getting promiscuous. I don't know whether everybody's getting horny or what, but everybody is like going hard in the chats now, flirting hella much. And so then Chris drops a bomb and says, it's nice that the two influencers lost their blue check marks. And then Joey says the kings have finally been dethroned. And I'm trying to figure out king. Oh, so do you think Antonio is, I mean, not Antonio, Sammy is a catfish or something? Like you said, two kings. I don't know. But I thought it was king and queens. I think he messed up on that, but it's cool. We're going to give you a pass for that. Chris asked Joey, are you ready to join me on the throne? I was like, smelling like a alliance over there, smelling like a little alliance. So I think that Chris is really feeling Joey for reals. Because I wouldn't think he would drop that bait out there for him. Like, he's real strategic with how he chats with people. He know how to start it and he know how to slip his way out all the time. So I'm like, if he's saying that, he really do value you, Joey. So, point for him. Then Rebecca private chats with Shuby, aka Shubham, and they flirt back with each other as well. Like, you know, well, I would say it's a one-sided flirt because Shuby do not know how to accept a flirt, and he don't know how to respond back. Oh, thank you, thanks. I think your other picture looks very enduring, you know, of yourself. Oh, thank you. This is the time you're supposed to say something back to me. It's like, I really like your profile pic too. Yeah, snore. All right, we're gonna keep it straight to the point because obviously you ain't got no skills in the aspect. Yeah, so pretty much Rebecca was solidifying, aka Seaburn was solidifying their alliance. And he pretty much know he got Shuby in the bag, but he, unlike Antonio, he's not saying it out loud so that the world will hate him pretty much. Rebecca mentions the power being available now as well, and they pretty much saying, yeah, we're gonna have each other back. We can help each other into power. And Shuby agrees. Mercedes, aka Karen, starts a group chat with Shuby and Chris called Mama's Boys. That was so hilarious. I was like, okay, finally somebody with some originality with the group chats. Not like pretty girls really world, like nobody wanted that. Like that's so corny. We seen that in the kid teen group chats back then that we used to sneak in, and everybody created their little group chats, and it used to be corny like that. But so this was cool. So she said she's checking up on them because of all the drinking that was going on last night and making sure that everybody's okay. No, you weren't, girl. That was just a little dumb thing that she threw out there. Political ass question to throw out there just to start something to see if anybody say shit. But pretty much, Shuby didn't even think that Mercedes liked him as much. But now he is second guessing it because of how she's actually approaching him now and in the private messages and including him and stuff. So Chris shoots right to the point and asks them what they think about Miranda pretty much. And I was like, okay, Chris always knows how to ask that and keep it moving pretty much. Like, all right, get the tea and then dip out. So we're going to see. Mercedes goes back and forth about it. She's like, oh my God, okay. Should I reveal to the chat that she had a chat with Miranda, or should I not? But if Miranda says it, then they're gonna think I'm a snake and try and be fake with it. But I'm not gonna give them too much information. But anyway, she ends up telling them the truth anyway. But says she's gonna leave out a lot of info. Girl, it was not a lot of details to begin with. So what you leave out? Y'all just flirted too. Y'all was just screwing through words. You might as well say screwing with your words and your eyes looking at the profile. Y'all didn't say that much deep stuff. But all right, if you want to feel special. Chris is shocked, but then tells him it's something about her that I don't trust. He's like, really, you had something to her? But you know what? Something I don't feel right deep down in my spirit or whatever. And Mercedes agrees, and in so little words, she's just pretty much like, that's why I keep a 10-inch wooden spoon, pretty much holding myself across from her, pretty much at arm's length, you might as well say. And then Shuby thinks she was going to just use her sex appeal. I'm like, what? So you said that about Alana as well, and she had her makeup, looking like the stereotypical model, such and such and such. But then also, you saying that to you said the first time you saw her picture, you said, oh, it looks natural and stuff like that, and oh my God, I just found out that the Vikings and the Saints are going into overtime. Are you freaking serious? The Saints could not end this crap. That's crazy, but Vikings should have ended actually. Back on this. I'm sorry, I'm watching TV, watching football, and watching this because I'm a football head. Yes, Cowboys for life though. So, but yeah, Shuby, you confused me. Like you and Sammy are the most judgmental people on here so far, for reals. But all right though, because her picture was natural and she was not showing any, like she had no makeup on or nothing. So what makes you think that she's trying to use her sex appeal? If anything, you're going to try to be made up and dolled up. But all right, I think you might not have been with many women, or women at all, so you just don't understand what you're looking at. Like, or not very sociable or something, because you didn't read that right at all. But okay. Mercedes likes Chris's energy, and she thinks they could be friends outside the game. And I think so too. I think they do have good energy together. And Chris has a lot of good energy, and I misread him in the first beginning because I run across too many that do too much. I'm like, okay, I know you're a flaming flamboyant majority of the time with people I'm talking about in general. But it's like, why you gotta do the mostest? And don't put it on, no, because, trying to act like the female and stuff like that, and that's how we be. No, even a female don't have that much goddamn energy to be doing the most like that. I mean, we have the most females, but god dang, like, chill out. Like, that's not no energy I want to be around if you like this 24/7. Like, come on. I even have a chill, and I'm like a hype box, for real. But he's grown on me all throughout the episodes. He's slick as shit, though, still. He's still slick. I still would not trust him, and I would not game with him, but he's cool as a person. But cool ain't gonna get me 100,000, so I don't get fucked. So moving on. Miranda private chats with Rebecca, aka Seaburn, and Samantha, aka judgmental asshole. And Sammy is skeptical of why Mercedes isn't a part of the girl group chat. She just get right into it. And Rebecca thinks that she's trying to build rapport, which she is. She's trying to get to know everybody, but she's trying to get to know the girls first because she's trying to build rapport. And Sammy straight up asked her, like, who have you chatted with? And Miranda actually admits that she talked to Mercedes off her looks first. Like, she talked to her off looks, just looking at her profile, and admits she's attracted to Rebecca and Sammy. And then Sammy was like, oh, okay, so she clearly is into Mercedes more. That's her type or whatever. But now she wants to chat with us like we a piece of leftover, like shit. But Rebecca says pretty much, because he's always, Rebecca / Seaburn is always the fake peacemaker in the group chat, so he gonna always say something political, like, I'm bi-curious. And Sammy says she's open. I'm just open. And Miranda says, I mainly like men, but I enjoy girls too. Okay, Sammy does not like what Miranda was stating right there. She hates girls that play with other girls' minds like that. It's like, you like men, you're playing with my mind and my emotion. Like, You came at me strong in this chat, talk about something. Oh, I like this, and I like your profile, and I like how you look, and girl power, and like. But you talk about something I like the dick more than I like the pee. Like, all right, you should have been asking about who you think is cute then, or something like that. Like, why would you lean in the conversation with, do you like girls? Like, I like, you act like you was thirst for the puss, but you thirst for the D. Like, I don't understand. So I would have been like, yeah, X that whole out. Then, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Then I meant to say, meanwhile, Miranda over there like, oh, I think the chat went well. I think girl, the chat did not go well at all. I think you confused just like Shuby. And then alert came on, and it was like rating time. And as a new player, Miranda could not rate, or she cannot be rated at all. So they are out of luck with that. Obviously, because she have to build time to have rapport with people. So that's going to be the easy out every time you bring a new person in. It's like, okay, let's keep getting a new person out alliance with everybody. Like, duh. So obviously they got to switch it up. So that makes sense. Shuby Shubham, Shuby/Shubham. I got all these different names for them, but I just said Shuby/Shubham because I don't know what people like to go by. But yeah, he starts a private chat with Joey about the ratings after everybody put their ratings in or whatever. Shuby says he'll go to war for Joey. And Joey feels the same way. Shuby gets emotional about his bond with Joey. Like, I didn't know I was going to come into this game and actually like social media. And I didn't know that I was going to actually build a friendship with Joey. Like, oh my God, like, they think I'm really falling in love with Joey. Like, shit, like, that's how you acting, for real. And then they get Ask Me Anything game that appears to all the players on the screen. And so in this game, all players can send each other a question without knowing whom it's from, but everybody will see actually all your responses, questions, and all that. So everybody's probably like, who sent that question? Like, but by the way certain people ask questions, we know good and well who said that, who asked that question. Like, because people know some of the beefs and stuff that's going on. So it's like, obviously I know it's you. But the first question, and I think it ended up being like 4 questions out of everything. So the first one, it was Chris, and he asked a message he did an anonymous ask question to Rebecca, and asks, are you really shy, or is that a front for easy likability? And Rebecca responds, well, Shubham, you responded very well. Said, but you added more lies to the thing. Now you got to remember you have a twin sister now, because he said, her twin sister did all the talking for her, so she never found herself. So it's not a phase. Like, she just never found her own voice, and she's just used to her sister having all the answers. That seemed a little too political to me as well, and too fake. It's like, okay, Catfish, number one. Your sister had all the voice, but you came on a reality social media game show. So are you trying to find your voice on this game show? Or are you just, this is a whole Catfish fake ass synopsis you giving me that could be easily wrapped into Catfish? Don't ask me no other more questions about myself or my shy ability and crap, because I just gave you the whole sum of why I'm still shy. So that's an easy, like, push off the attention off of me question that will make me think Catfish. Like, it was just too easy of an answer. But everybody else sopping it up like it's a biscuit and freaking gravy. Like, oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's a real answer, you know. And they respond well to it. Antonio didn't. He said, that shit's so fake. I'm like, yes, Antonio. Yes, we do see eye to eye. Don't buy it at all. Then the second one was Rebecca sent an anonymous question to Mercedes. And so he writes, who do you believe is a catfish? And everybody started being like, the person who asking a goddamn question is the catfish, because why would you ask that question? You trying to see how on the people is or whatever to you? I do not understand. But Mercedes takes the political route, but she got mad at everybody else for having a political ass answer. But she gonna take the political route and say, now that Alana's gone, I think everyone is a catfish. Yeah. That's how I felt about that answer. But if I was in her shoes, it's like, what else would I say? Like, I mean, it's a couple people that I think is a catfish, but I'm gonna play my cards close to me. That's what I would say. Or something, you know, not like everybody can. No, I don't think everybody's a catfish. Just I have two select people that I think is, but I'm gonna keep the cards close to my chest. Something in response to that, you know? I don't understand that. Wow. Breaking news. Minnesota Vikings win in the final overtime. Saints, bye-bye. Wow. Sit your ass down with us now. But pretty much Miranda pisses off Sammy with her comment. She's like, girl, you're not even a part of this. You're not a part of the ratings and nothing. You're supposed to sit back, chill, and look at what's going on in the chat and stuff and get to know people's personalities. And you gonna put your 2 cents in to talk about something. I think Sammy is, because it's too good to be true. She too good to be true. I think she's gonna receive that in I'm just joking, like a cute, like, oh, she's too good to be true. Wink. Like, no, wink. Like, no. When people throw funny shade, like slight shade, and they think they slightly shading you, it's like, no, B, you meant that for real. Ain't no wink wink or no fake fake, you know. You bet you meant that. That's what I would have gave. The third question was Antonio. To obviously everybody knew who said this crap. To Joey, word around the circle is the catfish. You're the catfish that everybody is trying to figure out, pretty much. And everyone feels the tension building. Everybody's like, yeah, he went for the jugular. Oh my God, da 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 da. And Shuby is mad at Antonio's statement anonymously because he doesn't know. And he goes into defends him. All right. He goes into defends him. What was I about to say? Because I'm trying to figure out what side did I read that on. But anyway, he goes into defends him. I think he said something like, my life on a game. I put 100% of my life in a game. That he's... Boy, you gonna put your life on the game the second night in a row, because you've been doing that for a couple of nights now. Like the first night, you're like, all right, bye guys, I think it's me. And then now you're like, I put my life in the game. Like you get a little bit rapport and you think you like that now. Like you can just talk statements like that and nobody won't be like, okay, we're gonna put your life on the game then. Save them. You know, that was stupid. But Joey responds, I've been 100% truthful about who I am, where I came from, and the values I hold near and dear to my heart. Mercedes and Antonio thinks Joey answers with some family values cop-out shit, which it was, because everybody used that daggone, my family's, I'm the person I say I am. Near and dear to my heart, my family is. I would never want to portray nobody. Cop-out catfish ass shit. Like, it's just cop-out ass answer. And it's just like, Antonio was like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, what the fuck does that have anything to do with my goddamn question? Like, I was just cracking up laughing, because that's like the realest black people that they actually have on a game show, and I can't believe it. Like, you can tell they are from where they from, and like, they the realest people, even though the realest people, one of them is a catfish. Cracked me up though, but they like, that was the realest answer. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Baby girl, all I asked you was, was you thirsty? Like, remind me of the Jamie Foxx show. I want my nail now, I want my hair then. Want you pay my rent on hair? Like, you talk about some family value shit. Boy, you better get back. You Guido Juice head. You better get back to Jersey with all that shit. This is the circle. But anyway, Shuby makes a big statement. Yeah, that's why I said about putting his life in the game to protect Joey. He's been life in the game to protect him. I think he's 100% that man, then he's not a catfish. I just know it down in my gut. Just like you knew Alana and everybody looking stupid and judgmental. But Antonio is blown that Shuby has Joby's back so hard. Like, no, Shuby, no. Like, Tonio, you better get a new alliance because obviously you're not his first. If he putting his life on the line for Joey, then you're not number one. I'm just letting you know that. So it's time to get back in some other people's good graces, you know? Sammy is bitter and no one has her back. She's so bitter that she's like, you let everybody have your back because they didn't have my back like that. Everybody let me go down. When Miranda talk about some, I'm a catfish. Like, that's what you get, you judgmental hoe. You've been judgmental all this time. See what it feel like? All right, because nobody had Alana's back. If they would have said that in the chat, you wouldn't have been sticking up for her. Yeah, okay. So the fourth and last question was Mercedes. Anonymous one was Mercedes to Antonio. And this was the biggest question. It said, have you solidified any worthy alliances and with who? This one, I would respond the same. Well, I wouldn't say the same way. He pretty much respond, the only alliance I have is with, well, no, it's quite accurate, is with God. But if I have any others, that's between them. That's between me and them. Hashtag, I ain't no snitch. That is true. But like, that's true and true. Antonio, you said it right. They was, even Chris was like, Antonio, tread lightly. Everybody was like, oh, this getting real. Oh, yeah. Like, I want to see his response. Should be like, he going to take the political route out of this question. Heck yeah. Everybody else took it. Now you don't want him to take it? All right, then. Like, that don't even sound right. Joey thinks Antonio's answer was scary, pretty much. And thinks a real relationship could be said out loud. Well, nobody's playing dodo game like you. Like, he's playing like my mouth, I don't have a filter on my mouth, and I'm just going to blab and get mad at anything that when anybody does something to my ally, I'm going to let you know that I'm mad about it type ass game. No, you got to think a little bit smarter than that, because your rants is only going to take you so far when people start to get fed up with your coming at them in the IM messages and the crap. You know, the DM messages, like, they ain't going to work like that. Not for everybody at that. Definitely not for a black dude, they ain't going to work. Like, you might get away with it, but I don't think he could get away with saying, I know you feel like a total dickhead. Like, no, that's not going to work for him. So you can't say that. And what relationship? This is a freaking alliance, and it was not solidified with anybody. So right now, mine is with God. But if they think so on their end, that's on them. That's pretty much his answer. Like, hey, Mercedes pretty much threw Antonio under the bus with his non-direct question answering and hashtag catfish much. Like, why would you say that when he been talking to you directly the whole time, and you just threw your ally that literally saved you, and you still looking stupid with Sammy? But okay, like, you damaging Mercedes right now. So that was just a dumbass move on her point. Antonio gives more info about his life, his school, etc., his university he went to. Not going to name them all because really don't give up. But like, pretty much said, giving more details about his life. Now, who would catfish that? I mean, who would think that that's a catfish? Who knows that about me? All right then, but anybody could do research. That's what people saying. Everybody just think that was the worst answer that he could have said, and that made him more suspicious. Like, why him of all people? That's made more suspicious. Okay. But Shubham checks with Sammy afterwards to check up on her, and she feels no one had her back. That she expresses to him. He feels bad. He starts to apologize. He like, oh my God, for real. I really do feel bad. I really do feel bad. So bad that no tears is coming out my goddamn face. I really do feel bad. But tell me something about yourself, like, pretty much. Like, he trying to get to the nitty gritty and see if they can be cool. So she started telling him about, if she says something about she working with autistic people, Again, like it's like graining. I don't know what it's supposed to say, graining my brain, graining my grinder. I don't know what you want to call it, but she's graining on me with all these. Look, I put autistic kids, and I teach them that they can stand out in the crowd and be special on their own. I don't like people like pushing people away from the group, but you did that to Alana. You did that to her. So you were the person that were standing out with your hate against Alana. So what were you doing? You were being the bully. Now you felt it on the other end of the stick. And now all of a sudden you want to bring it back to victimhood. Yeah. Moving on. He pretty much think now she's 100% not a catfish after that conversation. Ooh, you as easy as shit, Shuby. Like, I can have one conversation with you. Yeah, I'm a real ass bitch, and I like this, and I don't play with people's hearts like that. I say a few words out of freaking Robert Frost's book, and I'm going to sell you on the fact that I'm a real human being out here in these streets. Oh, she's 100%. She's 100% not a catfish after having that deep conversation with her and the political word. I mean, not the political words, but the motivating words she said. You know, she's not a catfish. Like, yeah, I could say a few quotes off of Hallmark as well and become not the catfish now. Easy as shit, boy. Anyway, alert comes through and we get the ratings pretty much of all the players. Now, this ratings is going to go from 1 to 7, or from 7 to 1, I guess. I just still put 8th place as Miranda under 8th because, you know, or not even under 8th, just put 8th place on there and just put Miranda is safe pretty much. Yeah. Okay. And pretty much the 7th place person is, everybody guessed it, it's Antonio. I was like, what the fuck? Like, for real. Joey is hyped. That's what you get. Everybody see through your board. That's what you get. And, you know, Mercedes all hyping it up as well. Like, yeah, you little crybaby ass, on all that stuff with him. But he wasn't. He was just like, what the? Like, you know, it skips from the 6th spot. So it's no 6th spot person. It skipped all the way up to 5th place. And guess who ties for 5th place? Joey and Sammy. Both tied. What the hell? I know Sammy was going to be there, but not Joey. I thought Joey was going to be up a little bit higher now because some people were probably feeling him. But I guess not. Mercedes came in number 4. Karen was happy with it or whatever. Antonio was happy about it too, talking trash. They both knew how to talk trash about each other in certain places. Like, that's what you get for asking me that dumbass question, trying to put me out there on the spot. And she all like, that's exactly where I want to be. 4th place. I don't want to be high and I don't want to be low. I'm right in the middle. But the middle don't get you nowhere. You still can get out the door being in the middle. So I don't know why you that excited with the middle. If anything, I want to keep being a part of the rating, so I won't be out the door. Then 3rd place, we have Rebecca. 1 shy or 2 shy, I guess 1 shy actually of being an influencer. So, you know, by default, we skipped the 2nd place as well, because 2 people tied for the top 1 influencers, and that is Chris and Shubham are top 1 influencers. Top 1. Top first or whatever. Because I want to say top 2 because I said top 1 with 2 fingers. It's just weird. But I guess this list is about to get weirder and weirder as time go on and the ratings start looking broken up like this. It's weird. And Chris says redemption for Shubham from 7th place last time all the way back to number 1. And that is cool. But watch he start getting big-headed and he going to go right back down to number 7 or 8 if they have it. 7, I guess, because somebody got to go. So I guess it's still going to be 7 anyway. And it ends just like that off suspense because they asked Chris and Shuby to block somebody right now. You're going to have to go and block somebody. And it ends just like that. Off suspense, just like last time. So here we go. Who do you think they will block? My honest opinion is by default, I worked this all out. I think by default, they will both agree to block Antonio. because of the connections. First of all, Chris's number one is Mercedes. He put Mercedes number one all the time. And then Shuby's number one is Joey. He puts Joey first all the time. And then right after Joey, he goes for Rebecca. Chris do not want to see, I don't think Chris want to see Rebecca leaving as well. And Chris has an alliance with Joey as well. So I know he doesn't want to see that. So that rules them out and rules Miranda out because you can't vote for her. And then you have Sammy, which I think Shuby is having a good relationship now or trying to build a better one with Sammy. So I don't think that's happening. And I think Sammy is all right with Chris, but still not chatting too much. But they've been a part of group chats together. So I think that might be still cool. And what I was about to say. So by default, that leaves Antonio. Antonio thinks he's in with everybody. And that's mainly the only person he thinks he's in with is Shuby, maybe. That's the only guy he thinks he's in with is Shuby, because everybody else would be females. And guess who are the influencers? 2 males. So by default, I think Antonio was on his way out the door. And the fact that he's a basketball player at that. You a professional basketball player? You don't need this $100,000. So that's my conclusion of it all. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you so you can get all the details of when I'm dropping a video, when it's up, uploaded, and make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you can get it on time, because I'm about to upload this very, very soon. But until the next episode, this hopefully is not as long as this shit was right now, and I can get through it fast so I can put it up fast. But until then, I holla. Bye.